What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today, huge news within the Star Wars world. Game of Thrones creators Benioff and Weiss have quit their trilogy. Yes, unbelievable. Now, I did a live stream on this last night, and I had a lot to say. You can go back and watch that live stream. I left it public, but this is massive news. Now, if you don't know, I am a really big critic of Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy. I think she is a terrible leader. I think Lucasfilm is an SJW disaster. I think they have no clue what they're doing. I think it is ran by people that are more interested in political propaganda than good storytelling. When Benioff and Weiss were, I don't know, when the announcement happened, I was actually pretty happy about it. But then Season 8 happened, and I said, wow, Lucasfilm, this is a disaster. This is a disaster. These guys did such a bad job on Game of Thrones Season 8, and now they're going to do a trilogy, potentially the Old Republic. This just proves Kathleen Kennedy is just an awful leader, and now we're here where they quit. And how I said it was I went full Allen Iverson. Not a movie. They didn't quit a movie. We're not talking about a movie. We're talking about a trilogy. We're talking about a trilogy, okay? They didn't quit a movie. Not a movie. We're talking about a trilogy. Who quits a trilogy? Who quits a Star Wars trilogy? Someone that probably looks at the current leadership of Lucasfilm and says, we can't maximize our abilities here. This is garbage. Now, again, that's speculation. I don't know exactly what happened, but you look at the pattern of behavior at Lucasfilm under Kathleen Kennedy. There's been problems with directors all over the place. Creative problems all over the place. No planning for the sequel trilogy? No, none. Fire Colin Trevorrow, fire Lord Miller, let Lord Miller get 90% done with the production before you do your job and actually go, hey, I don't like how this is going. Josh Trank, the Boba Fett movie gets canceled. It's just a disaster on every single level. So, there is speculation that maybe Lucasfilm and Disney pressured Benioff and Weiss to hurry up and get Game of Thrones Season 8 done so they could hurry up and work on their stuff. And that's why Game of Thrones Season 8 was such a disaster. So, Disney and Lucasfilm might be responsible for Game of Thrones and the disaster known as Season 8 also. Wow. The big point here, and this is from Hollywood Reporter, it's broke by Deadline, I believe. But the big point here I want to make, we know that Bob Iger just a few weeks ago or a month ago had this stuff to say about George Lucas feeling betrayed. And that was a, what? What is wrong with you, George Lucas? Why would you do that? What is wrong with you, bro? So he does that, and everybody's looking at it going, why would you publicly admit that George Lucas feels betrayed by what you've done with Star Wars? That's not going to help anything you're doing. But he did it. And here is what Benioff and Weiss have to say for their statement after quitting a trilogy. Not a movie. Not a movie. We're talking about a trilogy. We love Star Wars. When George Lucas built a trilogy. We love Star Wars. When George Lucas built it, he built us. Benioff and Weiss said in a statement, getting to talk about Star Wars with him and the current Star Wars team was a thrill of a lifetime, and we will always be indebted to the saga that changed everything. But there are only so many hours in the day, and we felt we could not do justice to both Star Wars and our Netflix project, so we are regretfully stepping away. We love Star Wars. When George Lucas built it, he built us. That says everything. That says it all, because that's what George Lucas did. George Lucas is the man. He is a great, great man, and the fact that he gets disrespected so much by so many is absolutely unacceptable, and I'm tired of it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a rare jump cut because I want to show all of you something I showed you on a live stream last night, so give me just a few minutes. Okay, we're back. So this is something I showed on my live stream the other night because, again, I'm so tired of the disrespect to George Lucas. Many of you may not understand the impact this man has had on Hollywood, but his impact is bigger and greater than anyone that's ever lived. Now, this is a meme that was created, and I love it because it puts it in perspective. It puts it in perspective big time. George Lucas created these companies. We have Industrial Light and Magic, we have Skywalker Sound, we have LucasArts, we have Pixar, we have THX. Now, we also have all of the things that these companies that he created have had a hand in. This man has created something that is absolutely incredible that I don't think we will ever see again. Then we get down to this part, and after all the things that the man has created and had a hand in, and pledged to give half of his fortune away for education, donated $175 million to universities, donated $1 million to the Martin Luther King Memorial, started foundations that focuses on innovation for school systems, started countless trends and innovations in cinema production. But F that guy. I didn't like his later stuff too much. That is how George Lucas is treated. Because you didn't like the prequels, all of a sudden, everything this great man has created just gets overlooked. I didn't like his later stuff too much. I mean, really? This is what gets you disrespected by Disney and Bob Iger? This is what gets you betrayed by Kathleen Kennedy? You know? Again, I am a prequel defender, and I have always stood up for George Lucas. I admit George Lucas is not the greatest director, but he is the greatest story man, and he's a great businessman, and he is responsible for so many amazing things. And we should all worship the ground George Lucas walks on. That's my thoughts on it. But in terms of this right here, I love what they said. We love Star Wars. When George Lucas built it, he built us. Benioff and Weiss said in a statement, getting to talk about Star Wars with him and the current Star Wars team was a thrill of a lifetime, and we will always be indebted to the saga that changed everything. But there are only so many hours in the day, and we felt we could not do justice to both Star Wars and Netflix, so we are regretfully stepping away. And again, I want to put it in perspective. Who quits a trilogy? Not a movie. Not a movie. We're talking about a trilogy. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.